Hello and welcome to Bravara, where you can form team rosters faster, easier, and more balanced than ever. Create your free account at Bravara.com. At the end of onboarding, you can import your player data set or skip and do it later. I'm using a CSV file with randomly generated data. You'll use the export file from your registration system. If you have an option to include the player ID from registration data, go ahead and include it in the export. This can help you at the end when you export teams from Bravara and import them back to SportsConnect, League Apps, or another platform. Bravara lets you know how we map your data to our system. If anything looks off, you can change it. Friend request maps to link to player. If you have a coach request, that would map to link to person. Custom criteria like school attended maps to registration data. And just like that, Bravara puts all the players in their correct division. You have some custom options. If you don't want coaches entering any ratings for players, then you can lock evaluations right here and now. You can also come back at any time to turn any of these on or off. Bravara estimates the number of teams needed based on the number of players. You can edit that here in the Teams tab. This is also where you will add coaches. If coach is the registered guardian for a player in your program, you will find their info here. If it's a different parent using a different email address or a grandparent or anyone else, then just enter the coach's email address to add them. If coach has a player in the division, you'll notice the player is already added to coach's team. Feel free to add assistant coaches as well. Their player stays attached to them too. Okay, we added all the coaches, only the one assistant coach for us, but you can add for all teams if you have them. Optional to enter team names, I'll go ahead and add some. If you hold on-field player evaluations, you'll love our app-based system for that. It syncs back here to the web. Check out our football evaluations video for more on that. Once on-field evals are done, or if you didn't hold evals, then back here on the Teams tab, click on Build Teams. Bravara guides you through number of players per team. If you did not do on-field evaluations, then you can choose to balance teams by criteria set here, like birth date, height, t-shirt size, and other objective data you may have collected during registration. If you held evals, you won't see this option here. Instead, you can factor these data points into the overall calculated formula, which is in the Categories tab. If there are siblings in your division, Bravara will display them here. Rules is where you group players by things like friend request, coach request, school attended, or any other grouping you want. The more criteria you have, keep in mind that setting the priority to must satisfy may result in no possible team formation solution when there are conflicting criteria. Team requirements are for things like minimums or maximums per team. If your dataset has a column that says QB, for example, and you mapped it to registration data, then it will be an option here. Any player with a yes in that column can now be distributed across teams to make sure each team has a player known to be a capable quarterback. Parent volunteer, parent referee, and pretty much anything you could think of could potentially be distributed across teams using this same method. Any frozen or pre-assigned players are shown here. Siblings who aren't already attached, or cousins, or any special one-off needs to pre-assign a player to a team, you can do that here. Okay, that's all the prep work. Now we let Bravara work its magic. And just like that, Bravara has formed the most balanced teams possible while satisfying as much of your custom criteria as possible. You can always run it again with different priority levels or manually adjust players on a team afterward if needed. Team stats is where you see how some of the criteria were satisfied or distributed across teams. You can verify that Bravara has a very tight spread from top to bottom for the average overall rating per team, creating amazing balance. If you indicated SportsConnect as your registration platform when you set your account up with Bravara, then you'll see a special Export to SportsConnect button here. This file should be readily accepted as an import to SportsConnect, where it will automatically recognize and assign teams. If you use a different registration platform, send us an email at support@bravara.com with an example import or template that their system uses, and we'll build an export to match your needs too. If you want to export a full player dataset, you can do that here on the Players tab. It will include all the data you imported to Bravara in the beginning, plus their new team assignments and any evaluation ratings you may have entered for them. We hope you save tons of time while building the best teams possible to get your season started off right. Email us with any questions at support@bravara.com. Thanks for all you do to develop kids and build community through sport.